let's take a look at a few stretches that are they're very effective for managing low back pain or low back issues. And when I'm saying low back pain, this could be chronic pain. This could be you just worked out a little bit too much and you feel a little stiff and sore. It could also be, it could just be the basic pain that you have from sitting at a desk all day long. So I want to actually show some of these stretches in a chair because I think they're really comfortable, and these are also really good exercises that you can take home with you, or that you can do actually at your office, on your couch, or anywhere that you're sitting at, like sitting waiting for the train or waiting for the bus. You could always get into these positions and give yourself a good stretch. So the idea, what we're going to focus on here is stretching out the leg muscles, because the tightness in your legs, or tightness in the different muscles of your legs, changes the position of your pelvis. And when that happens, it can put a lot of strain and stress in your lower back. So we're going to work on, mostly we're going to look at an outside hip stretch to, right, in the side of the glute, around where the piriformis is and some of the external rotators are. And what happens when these groups of muscles get really tight is they start to pull on the sacrum and they pull on the lower back. And sitting in a chair all day long, interestingly enough, really makes this area very, very sore. It makes it really susceptible to, it makes it very susceptible to have low back pain. Everyone suffers from this, even if you're not athletic and you don't exercise. There's always some kind of low back care that you could take care of. So in this case, we're looking at the hips and the hip region. Because remember, the lower back, it's not just the lumbar vertebra, it's also the hips and pelvis as well. All right, so let's start out. Make sure that you have a secure position on a chair. You might have wheels on the chair, you might go flying, so just make sure that you're secure, or do whatever you have to do to make sure that you don't slip and fall. We're going to start out by grabbing onto one of your legs. Let's just grab on. I'm going to grab onto the right leg. I'm leaning back in the chair. I'm going to lift the leg up. And this is just to get myself ready. Right? Lift it up and move the knee a little bit from side to side. Just trying to give a little bit of space in the hip and let it know that it's moving around. So I'm going to circle that around. Okay, and circle it the other way. Okay, now when I feel that's nice and warm, I'm going to take this foot, I'm going to put it right over. Right? It's just like I'm crossing over my legs. I'm going to take the foot and put it right over the knee. Now, if you'll notice here, the bone of the ankle, the malleolus, you don't want that actually right on top of the support leg. If you can, you want it to be a little bit beyond. Okay? And the support leg, preferably, you start with the knee right over the foot. Right? So that's straight line. You can, if you need to, if this position, getting your leg over, is just murderously hard, stick the leg out a little bit, scoot a little bit forward on your chair. You might find that a little bit easier because it changes the angle. But we're starting with this position here. Now, I'm going to pull the foot back, and from here, see if I can gently drop the knee down. Gently drop the knee. You don't want to crank it down. Okay, gently drop the knee. And now, I'm going to lift my chest up. See what happens when I lift the chest up? The belly comes forward. Lift up, and I'm going to use my hands as support. Right? And once I do that, I can start to activate, right, the muscle right in the hip. Okay, now from here, I'm going to just drop my weight down, drop my chest down as far as I can comfortably go, meaning that I feel something happening. You want to go down far enough that you feel some stretch happening, but not so far that you're just sweating bullets and you can't take it. Okay, so part way, feel like it's activated. But when I drop down, I'm not dropping my head down. Okay? This isn't happening because I'm not getting any stretch here. You have to lift your chest up. And if you're not feeling the stretch, lift your chest up. And then go down. And now once I go down, I'm going to just rock my weight from one side to the other. See what I'm doing here? Rocking shoulders one side and then rocking to the other side. As if I'm touching my shoulder to my ankle, then touching it to the knee. Right? And the reason why I'm doing that, not just holding the static stretch, and this is totally fine too, but by moving, I'm getting all the little muscle fibers, I'm getting all the angles of the attachments of the muscle, so I can really make sure that everything's moving. Right? One side and the other, one side and the other. Okay, and now I'm going to circle around a little bit. I'm going to circle around a little bit. And these are really simple stretches, so you can do it and you can conspicuously in your office, to some extent. We'll go the other way. Circle around, circle around. And now if I feel comfortable, I can even try to come down a little bit further. Go down as far as you feel comfortable, all right? Coming down and lift, and sit, again, coming down and lifting the chest up. So I'm going to use my hands as support and lift the chest up. Do the same thing, circle from one side to the other. You really feel a nice stretch in there. Most people can feel the stretch. If you have incredibly, incredibly flexible hips, or if maybe if the area is undeveloped and it's just a little flaccid, you might not feel this stretch as much. Most people I find that I give this to, they definitely feel it immediately. We do the other side, lifting that leg up, circling it around. Nice little motion, nice little stretch. Getting it nice and warm. And when I'm ready, okay, I'll put that leg over again, ankle over, right? Rocking forward, chest up, and coming forward until I feel the stretch. I might not be able to go that far forward. If you're used to sitting at a desk, this might be really tight. Put that leg back, scoot forward, and you can find the same thing. You see what I'm doing here is I'm actually using the chair as support. You want to make sure you're balanced, okay? For me, I'm going to keep it right here for now. Lifting up, and now, side to side shimmy, as I call it. I'm just trying to get a little bit of motion there, a little bit of motion in the hips. Right? I'm going to circle around, really keep that chest up. So I'm not just lifting up, but I'm actually trying to pull my entire chest, my entire torso away from my hips. Because that gives the whole chain a stretch. And go the other way around. Nice little circle. Alrighty, and now, one more time. Straight down, a little bit side to side. You can hold it there for a few seconds. Come on up. And there you go. There's your little stretch. So, real quick recap. Grabbing onto the knee, circling around. I'm not doing anything to my knee. I'm getting my hip. Right? I'm getting my hip warm. Once I'm warm, put the leg over. Right? Leg is flat. Foot is right over. Ankle's not on the thigh. Chest lifts up and away. Rock side to side. Circle. And go down as far as I can comfortably go. Okay, same thing the other side. Lifting up, circling it around. A little bit of warmth, getting some blood happening. Folding the leg over. Lifting the chest, side to side. Circle around. Or the other way. And straight forward. Go a little bit side to side again. Okay, and these are great little exercises to, they're nice, they're very simple. The movement itself actually creates a little bit of blood circulation, and the stretch takes off some of the pressure that the joints are feeling. If you can do this every day, especially if you sit at an office desk, office all day long, or on a computer, great idea to give your back as much space as possible. It's reduce some of the pain, and it's just a general